All the great cruiserweights in the HWA calling and scratching for a shot at that title. One of them's in the ring right now. Matt Stryker. Let's go to Hoss for the introduction.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a singles match. Introducing first, hailing from Cincinnati, Ohio, Matt Stryker! And his opponent.
Well, Les, I'll tell you, this cruiserweight thing between Shannon Moore, the current champion, and two former title holders that we're going to see now, Matt Stryker in the ring and Chad Collyer on his way. It just keeps getting hotter and hotter. You throw Jamie Noble in that mix, and there is a tremendous amount of competition over the Cruiserweight Championship in the HWA.
Hailing from Liberty, Indiana, he is Chad Collyer!
And if the fans that were with us last week remember when we left this show, we had these guys staring each other down along with this guy who just joined us at the desk, the current Cruiserweight champion, Shannon Moore. Shannon, of course, both these guys breathing right down your neck, wanting that belt.
They're coming for it, Les. I tell you, both of these guys are great competitors. I'm just having to watch my back right now. These guys seem to be coming in from behind. Every match I've had, somebody's interfered in it, just trying to get this belt away from me.
And of course, I know you worked hard for that belt. You beat Jamie. Something we want to talk about too is Jim and I have noticed that Helena has changed her costume. She's wearing more modern stuff, and she's kind of warming up to you a little bit.
We don't want to sound like we're giving you fatherly advice or anything, Shannon, but keep an eye on her because she is a gold digger par excellence.
Well, Jim, I've already seen that. I've seen that happen to Noble and Stryker, and now I got to watch my back, so I'm totally not letting her do that to me.
Well, right now, Chad Collyer, who is he's a plain-spoken individual, but he gets the job done in the ring. Wait a minute, lateral press, had the forearm across the jawbone, trying to hold Stryker down, and I know you've got to be surprised, Shannon, in the change in Matt Stryker's attitude. It's all over the Cruiserweight title, but this young man, over the past several weeks, has almost metamorphosed into somebody that we can barely recognize.
I don't know, the evil's got inside of Stryker, I tell you. Ever since last 2 weeks, man, Stryker, he's just been on the edge. He's angry at the world. I can't understand it.
He's saying that he gave everybody shots at the title, and of course ended up losing to Jamie Noble. Says he helped you win the title in Dayton, and then you wouldn't give him a title shot right out of the box. So, like you say, he seems to be mad at everybody in the world, at least anybody that's a cruiserweight anyway.
Well, Stryker, I guess he can say what he wants to say, Les, but whenever I won that title, I was out there, I was wrestling for it, so I think I won it fair and square. Stryker, he was there just to congratulate me more than to help me.
Well, there's a grain of truth in the things that Stryker says. Stryker was a fighting champion. He defended against everybody. He was a great champion, and he did get screwed by Jamie Noble in that whole situation. But to take and to derive from that he helped you win the championship, and that he deserves to be the champion now, a lot of people get bad breaks. You've had them, I'm sure, Shannon. We've all had them, but you take it and you move on. Stryker doesn't seem to be able to get past that and wants to take credit for everything, including you being the champion.
Well, I can't really help what people did to Stryker in the past. I hadn't did nothing to stab the guy in the back, so I can't see why he's wanting to take all his frustration out on me, Jim.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at right now. Chad Collyer taking some frustration out, Les, and I'll tell you, this may be a moot point. We're talking about how Stryker thinks he's the best cruiserweight. If Chad Collyer beats him here, that would put Stryker one more notch down the ladder.
Yes, it absolutely certainly would. Now, here's something I want to ask you, Shannon. Last week when we went off the air, Collyer had come in and pulled Stryker off you, pitched him out, kind of helped you, and you shoved him away and said, "Get out of my face." And I wasn't sure you guys weren't going to go at it last week before we went off the air.
Les, it's like this. Every time I go out there and I give somebody either a chance at the title or I'm out there trying to put another victory under my belt, somebody seems to slide in the ring and just seems to mess up the match or just try to get in my way, and I'm sick of that. I'm sick of everybody just sliding in out of the blue and just trying to cause problems for me.
Maybe we should have a no-holds-barred Cruiserweight Battle Royal and put an end to all this. I don't know.
Oh, boy, right now, while we were talking, Stryker has turned the tide of this thing. Stryker putting the heat and the pressure on Collyer. Wait a minute. Collyer spins behind, goes for the backslide. Briscoe with a count of two. Could not make it stick, and Stryker right back up in Chad Collyer's face, but Collyer was trying to create an opening there.
And as Shannon said, 2 weeks ago, Stryker would have come up, switched in behind him, and hooked a hole, but instead he came up and put the boots right to his head. So Stryker is just about brawling right now any way he can to get somebody's shoulders down or to get a submission. I don't think he cares much.
I think he's trying to throw people off. You don't expect that. Shannon, you've been in the ring with both these young men. You don't expect that kind of that kind of offense from Stryker. Stryker's trying to throw everybody off. He was noted as a great wrestler. Now I think he's trying to go for the brawling tactics because that's throwing people off, taking them by surprise. Shannon, I'd be interested in your comments on what it's like wrestling Stryker now versus 3 months ago.
I tell you, you can feel the frustration within Stryker. Just after this belt hasn't been around his waist in such a long time, it's like Stryker, he's just going to do whatever it takes to try to get this belt back, whether it's cheating or whether it's just killing somebody. He's going to let the evil come out within just to get this belt back.
Stryker drives that knee in the midsection, gets a 2 count there. Briscoe brought the hand down almost to 2.5. But Collyer slowed down. But I'm going to tell you what, the battles of these cruiserweights, and of course you throw Jamie Noble into the mix, Shark Boy into the mix, guys like that, and we see some great wrestling, but right now we're seeing Brawl and Stryker, again, just trying to get that edge, but not in the normal Stryker style.
Well, and you know, Les, to be honest, the cruiserweights, by very definition, they don't have the size and the mass and the weight of the heavyweights. So they've got to adopt a lot of great wrestling techniques. They've also got to adopt better strategy. Wait a minute, boomerang into the turnbuckle there. Stryker went head first, but Collyer couldn't hold him. And part of that strategy is to do the unexpected, to outsmart and surprise your opponent. And that way, their speed and their lack of body weight, but their tremendous technique works for him.
Oh, drug him down out of midair. Beautiful move by Collyer. Now Collier's opened up with a sharp little punch to the back. Oh,
wow!
Man.
Oh, he just kicked him right under the heart. And Collyer returns it with a clothesline.
Man.
The folks roaring their approval here in the Davis Arena because these guys they're letting their tempers get the better of them. Brainbuster shaped of Dick Murdoch.
Yes, sir. And man, Stryker kick. Shannon, these boys are digging, and anybody can come up with a victory.
I tell you, Les, these guys are great athletes. I got to give credit where credit's due. It's my job now just to keep this belt around my waist, and that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Wait a minute, look at this. Collyer going for the German, but Stryker giving him the back elbows. Collyer ducks under. Northern Lights with a bridge. Can he get him? No! Just a count of 2.
Yes.
He was that close. I thought he had him.
So close, man. Both guys have come so close for pins, but yet, man, I don't know what's keeping them going here, Jimmy. They should have run out of gas a long time ago.
Wait a minute, Collyer tip up, head scissored his man, but Stryker throws him over the top. Collyer lands on the apron. There's a shot to the side of the head. Collyer going to the top. Stryker sees him coming, but couldn't get out of the way. Wait a minute, he rolled through, and there's the tights. Oh, he had a handful of tights. And he had his hand all the way down in his tights.
He got the 3 count, but he had those trunks. And man, he pulled it out of nowhere.
Well, now he's
gonna get yours, Stryker. You're gonna get yours. It's coming to you.
Talking about wanting his belt back.
Taunting at Shannon Moore here. Collyer is highly ticked. Stryker stole that one. Shannon, we thank you for your comments, and we will look forward to seeing you defend the title against numerous cruiserweights in the HWA.
And we'll be back with more action right after this.